Hello all, thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the Liberty Lines by Harlan Creswell out in Seattle, his Hudson, the 600, and his state cars. 1978, Harlan came out with this beautiful 600 as the correction to the Lionel 400, of course, which was a 444, where they claimed, and Bob Butterfield stood behind, looked just like his Hudson, but not so much. So Harlan took it onto himself to correct this error and create this beautiful engine using the very similar lines and techniques perhaps of Lionel, but expanding it to a full Hudson. This is all hand-bent sheet metal using basically Lionel wheels, a copy of the steam chest, but coming up with his own design, and he did a variety of these Hudsons in black and gray, two-tone blue, both in nickel finish like this one, and also brass finish. But really lovely. He also offered a couple different versions of the motor. This has the large motor in it, which is supposed to be a 60-volt motor. It runs rather warm. And he did a beautiful 12-wheel tender here, which is just lovely, all out of sheet metal. And here we have an ad for the 600 Hudson by Harlan Creswell in Seattle. Initially, the engine was somewhere around $700. It went up in price after that, but he rumored he made somewhere around 50 of these engines in the all varieties of colors, so total of about 50 engines. And he chose to, of course, pull a train with it, and these are the state cars. Now you have to go back in time, 1975. Believe it or not, state cars of any sort were rather hard to find and rather expensive. Today they're everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So many people have reproduced them. You can't flip on eBay without seeing state cars available, or go to any decent train auction without a couple sets available. But in 1975, when they were hard to find, Lion Lines out in San Francisco came up with a reproduction state car. And here you have their initial advertisement. They offered the cars both in kit and built form. And if you can believe it, these cars, reproductions in 75, were around $400 a piece. So that was just incredible money at the time. The construction of them was a little less to be desired. So Mike Trainhouse had just come out, or Williams had just come out with the 381 at that time, and Lion Lines was trying to captivate, filling out the state set with their cars. 1981, Williams comes out with a state car of better quality than Lion Lines was going to have. So Lion Lines, a gentleman by the name of Wally, either sells or gets the dies to Harlan Creswell, and then he brings out his own state cars. So here we have Liberty Line state cars. He came out with his own designed baggage, which is quite lovely. There you go. Very nicely designed. These three cars here were never completed, so apparently they were still in the workshop of Harlan Creswell, and they were never completed. He did offer them in two-tone blue, which would be lovely to complete this set, and then also the green. He also made some cars in much longer lengths. In addition to the state cars, he did come out with a gondola car, but never pictured. So we don't know how many he made. We don't know how many sets of passenger cars they produced. Very few. He was kind of a one-man shop. and production was very, very limited. So thank you very much for watching. It would have been, this is a lovely engine. The lines are quite nice. It would have been nice had Lionel done this instead of the 400E, but you get what's out there. So we'll fire it up one more time, and thanks for watching.